Well, September 11th is a day that reporters will never forget because we covered the stories, especially here in Des Moines. I was working here at KCCI, usually for the 10 o'clock news. So I, at that time, was home in bed when this all happened. I was asleep. And so I remember my phone ringing, and it was at the time our 5 o'clock producer, Allison Smith, and she yelled on the phone, "We're under attack, we're under attack." And I didn't know what she was talking about. It was very confusing. And she said, "Turn on the TV." And of course I got up, turned on the TV, and I knew right away what happened. So we all came in to the station that morning and just didn't stop working. And so my assignment was to go to the blood center. There were lines around the block at the blood center in West Des Moines. People here in Des Moines wanted to do something to help. And of course they couldn't go to New York, so the next best thing was to give blood to help the people who were damaged or who were injured in New York. Turns out that there were very few survivors, so none of that blood was needed, but people felt like they needed something to do, so we interviewed folks standing in line waiting to give blood. And the one thing I'll remember that day that'll never leave me is the pictures of the people who were watching TV. We had a TV at the airport, we visited companies that put up TV, schools, and it was just the horror of the people's faces watching this unfold that we captured that will tell the story almost as good as the video from New York. It was just this sort of wide-eyed horror that they had on their face watching this terrible event. So really, it's a day that I'll never forget and that should never be forgotten, September 11th.